Hi again. This is going to be our scumbling painting. I'm going to bring the white light down into this area right here. And I'm going to bring some right down in here. I'm not going to bother him just yet, but I'm going to add shadow to my steps. Now, with a completely dry, large brush, this is the largest I think I have right now. I'm going to go into white, very completely dry, and not a lot. It's just a little bit, just add. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down very, very lightly and hope that it works. Very, very lightly. Just bring it and drag it. 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 Do it again. No thinner at all, and not a lot of paint. You don't want a lot of paint on this. This is a scumble. Very light, and just drag. Just drag. Just drag. One more time. No thinner, pure white paint, and not a lot of it. See, I'm only using the ends, and this is a hardware paintbrush, so it's going to work for what I need it to work with. Then I can just toss it or wash it or whatever. Very, very lightly, and just drag it. Very lightly and just drag it. Very lightly and just drag it. And this doesn't really have to show up so much, as long as these two did. Now, let's do the last window here. You don't want hardly any paint on it. And just drag it, pull it and drag it, pull it and drag it, pull it and drag it. Pull it and drag it, pull it and drag it, pull it and drag it. Pull it and drag it, pull it and drag it, and that's it. Alright, now for my shadows. I'm going to go into, I've cleared my palette off. I'm going to phthalo blue, Grumbacher red, and thinner. I don't want this to be very thick, shadowing. I just want it to be there. I want it to be where I can single these steps out. Wipe my brush off a little bit. I'm not going to go through the scumble. I'm simply going to go up to the scumble. And where I know there's no light going to be, I'm going to go over it. I know there's no light there, there's no light there, there's no light there, there's no light there. So these are going to be in shadow, those steps. Although this one here is in shadow as well. A lot of people can go with this technique as liquid shadow. Now I'm going to go back up in here very, very gently, and I'm going to shadow this hallway down here. Because you're not going to be able to see the hallway past the scumble. I'm going to do another scumble up here, but it's not going to hit here, it's just going to be there. More white paint, completely dry brush. I'm going to touch it and pull, touch it and pull, touch it and pull. That's as far as I'm going with that. Now see, you can't see past this edge, so all you know is there's light coming in through here. Now, I've done got my shadow in the steps right here, and I think I'll get a couple more shadows up there, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm not going to try it too much. Just trying to cut down on some of it. It's going to be one that's going to be dark. We'll say it's going to be this one. That's going to be in shadow a little bit. A little bit in shadow right there. Pardon me. I had a painting subject earlier that I forgot to turn the light off. Now, as this light's coming in here, it's hitting here, it's going to shine here, but it's also going to cause reflections. And so, with my dry brush that I scumbled with, I accidentally picked up a little bit too much paint. I'm going to wipe this paint off as good as I can on my palette. Then I'm going to take it, and if it's hitting here, it's going to hit that. It's going to hit this statue, but all I'm doing with the statue is making it like that. And I think that'll make it where it seems like it's a reflective floor. Right in here. Keeping it all straight. Not trying to go one way at a time. And I'm hoping it's not looking like water. Now, with the same brush, I'm going to load it with paint. And where the scumble hit, I'm just going to hit it. Just going to drag it and hit it. Pull it and let it do its own thing. I don't want to lose the vitality of it. I just want it to be there. Because this is the floor part. I'm going to leave it at that. Now I'm going to pull some of these greens into shadow. Because a lot of the greens look like they're not very substantial. So I'm going in some purple, some green, Vidian green. I'll make my own green. Yellow, phthalo blue, burnt umber, a touch of Grumbacher red, a little bit more blue, okay, a little bit more blue, a little bit of raw burnt sienna. These shadows in the greens, I don't want them to be strong shadows because the light is coming in. I don't really want them to be too present. So I'm just going to affect them without a brush. And I'm not moving them any more than that. Because see, the light's coming in, this is going to be darker than this side. But I'm going to add a little bit over here. Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to rub it in somehow and try to stay within the green. And maybe those greens are, maybe they're branches or something, we don't know. But that's fine. Alright, let's see. With a clean brush, I'll use an application brush. This is a small bright, and it's dry. I'm going into titanium white, and I'm going to touch my statue. Just here and there, in places where I think that light's going to be reflecting and hitting. Not strongly. Not very strong. It's not hitting very hard. but it would be reflecting it. And this is just a dry brush, and I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm hoping, the reason I keep looking back at you is because I need to see how you see it. Because it's looking a little bit different to me, but it looks really, really good, hopefully, where you're standing. Alright, let's see. I think that might be done. Let's get a close look at it. I do hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And I'm holding it at an angle right now, and I'm bringing it up to you. I hope you like it. It's dark that way. Also, let's try to affect a little bit right here. Just a little line. Let's try to affect that somehow. As though this would be hitting some places and missing others, simply because the solidity of the statue, it's not out completely, it's not in completely, it's sort of in a small alcove, not a deep alcove, so it's not completely shadowed. And so if it's hitting, if the light can hit it at all, it's going to have a shadow of some sort. So I'm just going to come in here and touch the back of the figure, not actually on the figure, and so give him a little bit more depth, a little bit wherever the light's hitting, I suppose, and then right in there, I guess. That would look okay, I suppose. And let's see, this line right here, it's going to pick up on some of the white, I would imagine. So we're going to hit, we ain't going to go past this part right here. We're just going to hit right there. Just give it a little warm flavor. Now this painting is completely semi-dry, completely dry. The latter spots that we done a scumble in, that was a little bit still tacky and wet a little bit, but it provided a perfect scumble for us. And let's see. I do believe we're done. Oh, no, we're not. I meant to make this water bluer, because it is, after all, water. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add some blue and white. And I'm going to take it right here, and I'm just going to add, I'm not going to go into our scumble, because our scumble is going to make it appear weird, the water anyway. This is going to help us understand it's water. Affect it a little bit. I guess we can go a little bit past the scumble, as long as we don't mess the scumble up itself. Add a little bit more white to that blue, so it doesn't have a two-tone feel to it. And if we want, well, we can have some shadow part in here, some extra little shadows, but I don't know if we want that or not. But anyway, that's it, and I hope you've enjoyed this. My name is Barry Miller. You have any questions, you can email me at barry.miller21@yahoo.com. I do hope you enjoyed this, and thank you again for being patient with me. And God bless and happy painting.